Welcome to another episode of the Entrepreneur Experience Podcast. And you're here for a reason. You're probably here because you're an entrepreneur and you like the episodes, or you just like me, or maybe my guest. I don't know about this guest, but who knows? But because you're here, I would like for you to subscribe and like this video. And you can share it out to somebody too, because it's going to be funny, it's going to be educational. You're going to get some good stuff out of it. You're not a hater, because only haters watch YouTube videos and don't subscribe to the actual podcast or the actual channel, and that's not you. So subscribe, like, share. I appreciate it. But today I got a really, really dope guest. And I'm just go ahead and let him introduce himself. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Finally. The time has, don't you laugh, because I've been waiting for this ever since he started doing podcasts. I asked, when can I be a guest? All right. But you know what? Finally, it's your boy, Beyoncé SGA. Now it's time for me to like run through my
just
my
tell us your name. How about you start there?
They can call me Beyonce SGA.
No, tell us your name.
My name is Rolando Wilkerson.
Thank you. Give me the Best Buy voice. Okay.
My name is Rolando Wilkerson. I am an in-home premium system designer for Best Buy. I also have a rental car company. I am a podcast host. I am the pitcher on the championship softball team.
What?
I am a social media influencer.
Do you throw the ball like this?
Am I? No, not the fast one, but slow. You know what I'm saying? I throw it like this. Like, gotta like flick it. It's all on the wrist.
You pitch it like that?
Yeah. Yes.
Don't tell nobody else that, okay?
Hey, I'm also. Can I start saying that I'm a social media influencer?
You can.
I can. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
You can. Actually, I'll give you that.
I'm a social media influencer.
Okay. Did you know the 90% of people have less than 10,000 followers on social media? So if you have more than 10,000 followers, you are in the top 10%. You have over 20. So you're top 15. So you can definitely say you're a social media influencer. I'll give you that.
I need a t-shirt made that says that. Okay.
That says what?
Can I put that on my LinkedIn, like influencer?
You can. Like, people look for influencers. You can get some brand deals. You can get some brand deals for real. You can start getting some brand deals, wearing people clothes or doing reviews of people products and stuff like that. You can really start doing that. But in order to get that, you have to actually start doing that type of content. Let's say you put out 10 pieces of content of you reviewing something. Food, clothes, lotion or something, and then you do 10 pieces of content like that. People start seeing it and be like, oh, he does this type of content. Let me hire him and see if he'll do mine.
Because if you do it once, then they come to your page expecting a certain experience and
they don't see it. So therefore they ain't trying to do it. But then it's like, if I am a business and I want to hire influencers to promote my product, I want to see that you actually have an audience that's going to engage in this type of content. So that actually, maybe we should do that.
You know what? Let's do it.
Okay. Rolando.
Yes. Beyonce SGA. Yes.
Let's have a conversation. I want to give a backstory, a history. So I met you because I ran an after school program and your daughter was in it.
Yes.
And we became friends after that.
Yeah. And literally became friends because I was an active father who picked his kid up from after school
were one
program.
Of the active fathers that picked the kids up.
Yeah, and we just got to talking, and turns out we ran into a lot of the same things. So
definitely. So I'll say this: your daughter's mother was there, and she'll come to like my parties and my events. Yeah. She started working for me. You start coming. And then me and you kicked it off. We hung out randomly, went to just Reno.
Randomly went to Reno.
You remember that, for dude? A Monday.
How did that even happen? Did we just post on social media let's go to Reno? And
I think you said it, or I said it, and you was like, let's do it.
And let's go.
And then I drove to Sac, and we drove to Reno. went there, gambled, stayed overnight, then came back, and
right
then
back
was just kicking it ever since.
ever since. My
And
brother.
being brothers.
What year was that?
Ooh.
That was that 2020 or was that 19?
I
I don't know.
I don't know. Was it before COVID?
Before COVID.
Before COVID.
So yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But I say that to say that how important relationships are.
For sure.
Relationships are very important for entrepreneurship because you never know what can come from them. And because of the relationships I've had or the relationships that I built, I've like get value from it. And you have been a valuable asset to me in my entrepreneur journey.
You as well.
So I just want to commend you because I appreciate it. And it's just like I really appreciate that as a brother, as a friend, shit, as a business partner.
Yep.
You've been to me. It's been really good. Can I'm gonna tell our business.
Go ahead.
A little bit.
That's fine.
So I was doing an event. I was bringing David Shands out here.
Mm-hmm.
And me bringing David Shands out here, like we made a deal of the price. But then I didn't know it included like his ticket and his hotel and all of that on top of the price we included. I thought it was just a one-time thing. And it was just like, oh, I got to buy all of this stuff now. And I didn't have enough money. I asked you, can I say that amount?
That's fine.
You don't care. I think I was like $2,000 short.
Mm-hmm.
I was $2,000 short. I think I was $3,000 short, but I only asked you for $2. I got one from somebody else and $2 from you. And I was like, but I need you. And I'm like, I need to borrow $2,000 so I could put on this event. And you was like, I got you. And you need to buy. He was like, you know what? Let me transfer some money. I'll send it to you right now.
Yep.
And I was able to put on that event because of you. Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. What made you say yeah? Because that's not a small amount of money to ask people. I mean, obviously it's relative, right? If I'm a millionaire and you ask me for $2,000, shit, I got that. That's nothing, right? We're not millionaires. So $2,000 isn't just something that you just ask people. Yeah. That's a big ask. What made you say yes?
It was $2,500. But
it was not 25. What?
It's that side eye you told me I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I think it was 25 though, but that's fine. It doesn't matter what the amount was. I gave it to you because I believed in what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? You're very passionate about everything that you do, and you are truly an asset. And mind you, if you didn't bring it up, I was never going to bring it up to anybody, you know, like any way that I can help and support you. You know what I'm saying? I will do, because I believe you add just as much value to my life. Listen, I had it. I was able to put myself in a position to where I could go transfer some money and to help you out. And we could definitely discuss that too. But for me, it was just, and you know, it was a no-brainer for me. You know, like you're passionate about everything that you do, and it any way that I can add value to what you do and be a part of it, then I'm all for it. So, kudos to you. It was a great event, and it was definitely 2,500. So
yeah. I'm about to go back and look. I don't remember it being 25. You know what a nigga borrow money from you and then they be like, nah, wasn't that much? Be like, listen, I gave you the money. I know how much I gave you. How you gonna question that? Like, listen, you still owe me, nigga. Yeah. What you mean?
We're not talking about that, dude. I'm not. That's him. You see, that's him, right? Y'all see, that's him. No, look. You definitely. You add extreme value to my life, Terry. Okay, so it's
you know what? Yeah. I think, but that really goes to who you surround yourself by,
for sure.
Right, as an entrepreneur, we need to know that our community, the people we surround ourselves by, matters.
Yep.
Right, because if it was just anybody else, like I didn't have a lot of people I call. Like, can you actually call somebody in a time of need that can actually help you? And a lot of people don't have that, but the reason they don't have that is because they don't surround themselves by those type of people. Because a lot of people took the Drake song "No New Friends" too serious,
way too serious.
right? And if it's like, how are you going to build and get everybody that you're around growing up don't have the skill set or the mindset to even get to the level that you're trying to get to.
Yep.
And so if you don't surround yourself by new people, you're going to miss out on blessings like that because you don't have the right people around you.
It's assets over liabilities, you know. You like
Shout
you
out to
said,
Earn Your Leisure.
yeah, you literally have to surround yourself with like-minded people. Like even if you're on different wakes of life, you know what I'm saying, your ambition are the same. Me and you do different things. You know, we do a lot of things together as well too, but we are on different paths, but our ambition is pretty much the same. You know, it's a lot of times where, you know, how many conversations do me and you have, you know, weekly, you know, and we're just bouncing certain ideas off of each other just to see. Could be, and it's because I trust your input, and you trust mine as well too. You know, I'm not going to steer you
For sure.
in the wrong direction, and you're not afraid to tell me if something is stupid. Like, no, that's dumb. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, how many times that? No,
Yeah.
why? What are you talking
That
about?
makes
Like,
sense.
that's a lot of the conversation too. It's like, why would you do that? No, don't
Yeah,
do that.
for sure.
So, but yeah, definitely surround yourself. Your circle is very, very important.
Very important.
It does not have to be huge. You know what I'm saying? If it's impactful. So, I mean, definitely. So.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I just want y'all to understand that me and this man are like, we are very fun, right? We love to laugh, have fun, but we also very serious and do a lot of business together. But it's just like it's the balance of the two. So when we get around each other, we sometimes we don't know how to act. So I just want y'all to understand as you're watching this episode, it's majority him, but it's majority of me correcting him on his behavior, but it's a balance.
Now I'm going to be professional this entire interview, and then you guys are going to think that everything he just said was it's him. Like
no,
absolutely him.
It's definitely you.
Okay,
it's definitely you.
Okay, you know what? You know what's crazy? I don't like when people say, "Oh, Rolando," mostly women. "Oh, Rolando, I just don't know when to take you serious. You know, you play too much." What does play too much mean? Because one thing you can vouch for this, but like, yes, I like to joke a lot. I like to smile. I like to enjoy life. I like to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, but I handles my business. I try my best to be the best at everything I do.
Yes, but that people don't see that because that's not what you display. Okay, so let me not say that because you do. You do show that you are a working man. You do show that you are a great father. You do show that you do have things intact, right?
Yes.
But if I go to like your social media, you do joke
a lot.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
You like to enjoy life.
I'll enjoy life.
And that's not a bad thing. But also, you know, that's that like, oh, when I don't know you or when I'm talking to you, like, oh my gosh, you're so funny. But then when I start liking you, it's like, man, you play too much.
But then, you know, like that's what people, you know, tend to see like on the outside. You know, it's a lot of jokes, a lot of fun, but you know, they don't see everything else that you go through. You know, everything you had to overcome. They don't see like you made a post last week. You said that you sat in the car and you had a cry. I'm sorry if I'm putting your business out there.
No, it's okay.
And you remember what my comment was on that post?
You was like, I do it weekly.
I do it once a month.
Once a month.
Once a month. Just and so when you said that, bro, I felt you, bro. I said, look, like things get overwhelming, you know, like life gets overwhelming. You know, sometimes you start to question, you know, if you're on the right path, if your process is actually, you know, worth, you know, everything else that you go through. Like if you're like me, you're spread extremely thin.
For sure.
Like I work a full-time job. I have businesses. My family owns a restaurant that I'm a part of, you know, like me and you do business together. I am a full-time father. Like my daughter lives with me. My oldest daughter lives with me, and I'm a part-time father, you know, very active father with the kids that don't live with me. So I mean, you feel that as well. Like, you know, who I try my best to be, you know, as active as I can. I try to make it to where I'm able to financially support everybody, and I pay for everything that they do.
Yeah,
You know,
you do.
I work hard to have a great relationship with the mother of my children. You know, so that there is no. So I just want my kids to know that even though we didn't work out, you know, like there's still love and respect there. You know
For
what I'm saying?
sure.
Like they gave me my most precious gifts, which are my children. Um, on top of that, a lot of people. I was in a car accident, a couple years ago,
Yeah.
where I almost lost my life, and I was able to walk away from it.
What year was that?
2022.
Okay.
What a lot of people don't realize with that is, a year later, my little brother, got into an accident where he's paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Who
Yeah.
I try my best to be there for as well too. You know, just life. Sometimes
Life be
it
lifing.
just gets overwhelming.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes, man, just gotta let it
Gotta
out.
let it out,
So
man. As just humans,
yep,
not just even
for
entrepreneurs,
sure.
just as humans, we just have to. I made that post because I try to be vulnerable with my audience,
Yep.
right? And I try to tell other entrepreneurs in my community that you don't always have to show. Everybody just always try to show the highlight reel.
Mhm.
People that try not to be vulnerable and let them know, show the sad or the weakness or anything like that. And I try to let people live through me and
Yep.
know that everything ain't always good. Everything ain't always perfect. Everything don't always go right. Everything ain't always a win. And it's okay to show your audience that because more people can relate to that than they can to the wins. Because everybody not winning.
I tell people all the time, there's nothing in this world that you can't bounce back from. No matter what, as long as you have that mindset and you constantly put plans in place that promotes positive progression,
Mm-hmm.
that's the 5 P's that I live by. Like
What's the 5 P's? Go ahead.
plans in place that promotes positive progression. So as long as after that cry, you're coming up with them plans and you're putting those plans in place. Are you counting the P's? Plans in place that promotes positive progression. That's 5 P's, okay? And the
All
one
right.
T somewhere in there too, but no.
And the I. Plans
In
in
place.
place.
Plans. Now you got to put plans in. Say plans in. That's one word. um, but there's nothing that you can't bounce back from. And I heard a previous podcast that you just did where he was DB was actually speaking on kind of the same thing. Like
Yeah.
you have to have that ability to bounce back from any obstacle. As long, like I said, there's always a way around it. So.
Right. You fall down 9 times, you get up 10.
Yeah, but in the meantime, hey, smile while doing it, man. Have fun.
Smile while doing it.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun. You don't know who's looking, man. You don't know who day you brightening, you know what I'm saying, just by, them coming to your page, like I said, I'm an influencer. And so I'm influencing,
You
my
influencing smiles.
but my professional dashboard on Instagram said that I reached 3.6 million people, all right, in the
Okay.
last 30 days. All right.
That's a lot.
So I know.
That's a
It's a
lot.
lot. Yeah. And I did it all by myself.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
No help? That's
Little. I
crazy.
got a little.
Listen.
I got a little advice from my
Okay.
brother. Okay, you want to talk
Let's
about it?
let's talk
Okay,
about
okay.
it. All right. So
Yeah,
you I've always had you just being around the Bay,
yeah.
Oakland, Sacramento, whatever. You've been in the streets, and as far as in the streets, it's just like outside. People know who you are.
Gang member.
Gang gang. And in that, like people as in people know who you are.
Yeah,
Like we go out, we go to parties, we know a lot of the same people.
yeah.
But then you were like, one day we had a conversation just about social media.
Hmm.
And we were talking about like growing your page and stuff like that. And I was just like, you don't have to always be the content, right? The conversation was like, you don't always have to be the content. When we look at Spiritual Word or TMZ or the Shade Room or just these faceless brands, these pages, they're never creating original content. They're just taking other people's stuff, reposting it, and just got to know your target audience and what to post. And I was just like, but you don't have to like, yes, still create this. So it was two parts. You can post, see what you like, and repost it,
and then sprinkle in your own content.
sprinkle in your own, right? And then it can be like see what you like and do like the reactions,
Yep.
and then do your own. And you've taken that formula and like have grown your page like over 20,000 in like a year.
Yes, almost exactly a year. We had that
Yeah,
conversation last October.
yeah.
I remember I was at 3,000 followers, which is, I mean, isn't bad, but like,
You surpassed me.
yeah, yeah. And just by doing exactly kind of what you said, just because you never know what's going to take off, you never know who's going to share, you never know, excuse me, who's looking at your page. Like
Go
it
ahead. You want
now.
to name some people who
I
liked
am.
your
I
stuff?
am
Go
going.
ahead.
I am. So like I'm very proud of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna name a few names, okay? But because you never know who's looking. Okay, the next thing you know, you're looking at your
Likes and
notifications,
stuff like
your
that.
likes and stuff, and then you see people like Jeremiah commented on my status laughing,
Yeah.
recently, what I'm saying, Taraji P. Henson, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
interacted with me as well too. And so you never know like who is looking,
Who's gonna see it?
who's gonna see it,
Mhm.
and
Who's gonna share it? All of that.
who knows what it may lead to, because of social media. If it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't be doing podcasts, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be doing, a lot of things. So even though, my social media does not directly affect my current businesses,
Okay.
doesn't mean that it's not leading to new opportunities in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, would anybody care what I have to say? You know what I'm saying? If they didn't see me on social media,
Yeah.
yeah, I can be the most interesting person in the world, but unless I get out there and post and consistently, and be, if I'm funny, you think I'm funny, it's because you think I'm funny consistently. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
post numerous things. I just showed him a post that I just did last
Hella
night.
funny.
Hilarious, right?
Hella funny.
It's look, and it
Was.
eventually, look, content is endless. Okay, you're not going to run out.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you have that mindset, you are going to continue come up with funnier stuff.
There's always something. Yeah.
Have the tools.
I like what you said there, right?
Yeah,
Because with the celebrities liking your stuff, I
yeah.
remember the first time a celebrity did it. And you hit me. Damn, who was it? I can't remember who it was. It was like an old school celebrity. I can't remember. The first time he was like, "Bud, such and such just commented on my stuff."
Was it Ed Lover?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
yeah,
Ed
yeah. It was
Lover.
that
Ed
lover.
Lover.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
And so you were like really juiced about that, and ever since then, people comment, people share, basketball players, all that kind of stuff, right? But it's just like that doesn't happen
yeah,
if you don't show up.
yep,
Like if you didn't act, if and that's the problem with a lot of people with content is because they don't post enough.
yep,
And because you don't post enough, you're not giving yourself enough opportunities to be seen by more people. Because like if I'm an actor, now I'll be in a movie, but I only go to 2 auditions a year. And then I'm complaining about me not being picked for a movie.
yeah,
You're not giving yourself enough opportunities. Shit, I need to be going to 2 auditions a day,
yeah,
which is 60 in a month. Now I'm giving myself 60 chances to be picked. So that's the same way as posting content. The more you post, the more chances and opportunities you're giving yourself to be seen, to go viral, to make money, for brand recognition, for brand awareness. So if I post once a day,
yeah,
I'm giving myself 365 times to be seen.
yep,
But if I only post once a week, I'm only giving myself 48 times to be seen. Look at the big difference. 48 times
huge
versus
difference.
365. Which one do you think have a better? I just want y'all to realize how quick I just did that math
Yep,
like that, and I'm dope.
yeah,
Mathematic
very
genius.
math is math.
Math is math. A lot of people couldn't have did that. So I
Uh-uh.
just want to point out my greatness right there. That
I,
was cool.
mhm,
Yeah, that was good. Ooh, yeah,
yeah.
give me some.
Woo,
Yeah. Next time, no fingerprints. What he 40 say?
oh my bad.
Yeah,
Okay,
40
we got
water.
that. But yeah, no, and one thing that is like something cool too is like when people like there's certain people that I had somebody I didn't even know literally messaged me. yesterday and said, "Hey, I just want you to know, I just spent the last 2 hours going through every single one of your posts, and you are hilarious."
Yeah,
I said, "I appreciate that." And they're talking about like, they're talking about like, because for a while, I would get a post to go viral probably like once,
mhm,
you
mhm,
know, and but it was really all, shared content,
yeah,
but and then I think content with my own, personal, self on there, I think the most I had was what, 12,000 views or something like that.
yeah,
So, but, recently, like, I have a post that just hit 6 million, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, with me on there. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So it's like eventually, stay consistent. And I still get some posts that only get 1,000 views. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't control that part. You don't
yeah.
control the algorithm. Okay. You just gotta be a part of it and
Just
trust
let it
that,
go. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's very important because a lot of people get discouraged.
yes.
And I like that you said that because you said that I would make posts and I will do like repost other people's stuff and that stuff would do well. But when I try to do my own stuff,
Yep.
it didn't do that well. But you kept trying,
Yep.
you kept doing, you kept showing up, and then eventually your stuff started taking off just as much as other people's stuff.
Yes.
Right? And that's something that we have to realize that we just can't give up because we're too harsh on ourselves sometimes. And as entrepreneurs that's in this content creation space, we are fighting for attention, but you're not even fighting for attention against people in your own niche, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I'm a coach.
Mhm.
I'm not fighting against other coaches. I'm fighting against dogs, cats, babies,
Yeah.
like athletes. Like I am going against because we're in reality we're all going for attention.
Yep.
And is when people scroll and they're not just looking at one thing. Like I be looking at different dog videos and be cracking up. Or
Cracking
you
up.
look at dog videos and be like, oh my gosh. Right. And so we are not just going against the people in our niche, we're going against people overall
Yep.
creating content. But the only way to get in there and to beat it is by being consistent and showing up.
Yes. Absolutely. And I think that's the greatest thing you told me because, you know, when that first video took off, the main thing you told me was keep going. You
Yeah.
just said keep going, keep posting, post. I was like, well, it's like posting to no post as much as you can. And one another cool thing that happens is, people see
Yeah.
like what you post and stuff, and then they start sending me stuff,
Mhm.
that they think would
Mhm.
be good for me to post. Not necessarily for them. They're like, no, I don't want to post it. You
This
send
is
me
good for you.
a bunch of stuff. I send you stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
like, look, this fits you. Man.
Yeah.
I remember you guys. Did you send me a post one day and then I posted it and then you intended to post it? You was
Yeah,
like,
man, yeah, look. Oh my gosh, I was so mad. I see the video I thought was funny, and so I'm like, I'm gonna repost it. But I was sending it to him so he could laugh, and he took it and posted it before me, and the shit went viral. And I was like, that was for me.
he told me he was hot. He was mad.
I was
Oh,
like, that was for
I
me.
said, oops.
But you can tell you what, that is such a good thing because once you show up and you show up consistently, people will give you the content.
Ooh,
Shout out to my boy Lamar with Dear Fathers. He's telling me because his platform is like a personal brand too, right? It's about fatherhood, the happy side of it.
yeah,
Right? A lot of people like to post negativity about black fathers. His is the positive side of black fatherhood. And I was talking to him about his page. Like they they have their brand has grown so much where they have started their podcast. They had Shaq on it
yeah,
and hella different celebrities and actors and stuff like that. They're now going to they have an event coming up where they're hosting at the Dallas Mavericks before a
mm,
game and like his stuff has grown so much for this whole platform is this positivity of black fathers.
That's
all of
beautiful.
these organizations. Oh, I want to be a part of that because I want that audience, right?
Sure.
And I was talking to him about it. He was like, man, he said a lot of the content, he said, I get from the audience. People send me videos of like black men with their kids or black men making content with
Like
their
this.
kids and all of
Yeah.
that. Cause it's like, oh, I see this, I think of you. And so that is taking over. That is really like, what is the terminology for it? I can't, my mind's going blank, but that is really taking over a space.
Yeah.
That's taking over a niche.
Yeah.
When someone sees this niche, they think of you. That is really honing on a space. That's like, okay, if I say cola, what's
Mhm.
the first brand that comes to your mind?
Cool.
So there's Pepsi,
Mhm.
there's the RCA, there's
Mhm.
all these other cola brands. But when somebody say cola, you go automatically the first thing you're gonna think of is Coke.
Yep.
And so that's taking over a market, it's taking over the market share, right? If I say hand me a Kleenex, Kleenex is the brand, but I mainly actually need tissue. But Kleenex took over it so much that we call all tissue Kleenex. So as an entrepreneur, you want to take over your market space. And so that is like when people see funny stuff, they think of you.
Mhm.
So that means you're in their mind without even being there, without even being present. They see other people's stuff and think of you, right? And so therefore they do the work for you. Like funny, that's like me. When I see something funny,
Yeah.
I send it to you like, hey, bud, repost this. All right, hey, take this video and react to it,
Yeah.
right? And so is this like you're taking over the marketplace of like when people like see funny stuff, they think of you, so they look at you as like you are someone who make me smile. You,
That is the most impactful thing for me.
yeah,
When I see people in public and I don't even know them, but they come up to me, and they tell me, hey, you're so funny, you make me smile, you're great. And I'm like, fantastic. Like I don't even how many times have we been out and somebody comes up and like hugs me and they're like super happy to see me and then they
yeah.
walk off and I say, I
I
have
don't know
no
the
idea.
person.
I have no clue who that
Listen,
was, but I'm just happy that they happy to see me.
yeah,
I said I'm nobody, and I don't mean that, but what I'm saying is like what I
you
do.
definitely don't. You definitely feel you are somebody. You're conceited a little bit,
I'm not conceited.
but just you know, what? I don't mean to cut you off, but let
Go
me
ahead.
tell. I just want to tell entrepreneurs that you have to be into yourself. It's not a bad thing
Yeah.
to like yourself.
Mhm.
It's not a bad thing to think that you're the shit. It's not a bad thing to think that you're dope. And people
Especially if
trying
you
to
work hard.
look at people trying to look at that like it is, but it's like to show up consistently, to show up every day, speaking in front of people,
Yes.
all of that, you have to have confidence in yourself. Because if you don't have confidence in yourself, it's going to be hard for you to show up in that way. So
Absolutely.
you have to like what you do and be a little confident, a little what it is that you do, because it helps you show up.
Especially if people don't really know your journey.
Yeah,
They don't know what
yeah.
you've been through. They don't know
I
what you
made
go
it
through.
through the
You
mud
have
to get here.
you have no idea. I call my oldest daughter my mud baby. Okay, because I
Right.
because I tell her we mud, okay? Like she see me, I'm saying, like grind
Uh-huh.
hard, and and that's one thing I really that's why I really cherish that she is with me, and there's no I want to make it very clear, there's no beef with me and her mom. It was just an agreement that we had when she gets to a certain age that she will come
Yeah.
with me. So a lot of people when I say that I have custody of my daughter, they automatically assume that
That the mom is
that the mom
bad or
no,
something like that.
no,
It's like, no.
she's great. Like we're good, like you know, and so it's fantastic. But no, I call her my mud baby because like I said, she watched me get it,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
she definitely, takes a lot of my personality on this one too. So which is a good thing
Definitely a
mostly.
reflection.
So,
Definitely a
what you
reflection.
saying? What you saying?
Yeah.
What you saying?
This is what
Okay.
I'm
All
saying.
right.
Listen, I knew her before you, so technically I've known her longer.
Oh, you knew her before you knew me. Okay. I thought you
Yes.
said you knew my kid before you knew.
Yeah, because I was never mind. That would be good.
You got to talk after this.
I
I'm
look,
about
look.
to get
Call this shit over. What you mean? What you
Cam cut his mic.
Oh my
Stay
God.
focused.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Okay, get back on track.
Back on track. Back on track. Okay.
Okay. So yes, that's another thing.
Mhm.
We ain't gonna get all deep in there
No,
because
no,
it's
no.
not. But I mean, that is being a parent. Like a lot of people have mom guilt, dad guilt,
Yeah.
especially as like entrepreneurship and stuff, because you miss a lot.
For sure.
Because
Oh
you have
my.
to do a lot, right? As an entrepreneur, especially have a 9 to 5 and you
Yes.
do entrepreneurship. So you work Monday through Friday. And your weekends is on your it's all about your business, trying to grow it. And then your kids get the short end of it.
Yep.
But even though they may get the short end, what you're building for them
For sure.
so they don't have to do when they grow up, they don't have to do what it is that you're doing now. Right? Because if I can build a business
Yep.
and I can have these things, I can set my kids up
Yep.
for something so much better so they don't have to go through the rat race like that I'm going through.
I tell people all the time. People ask me what's the most, when I meet people and they say, "Or what do you do?" I rip off the 15 things that I do.
Yeah.
They say, "Wow, how do you have time for anything?" And I think that's something that I do struggle with is work life balance.
Yeah.
Because I agree, even though I agree with everything you said, I also feel like your kids deserve more than just the worn out version.
For
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? The short tempered, you know, exhausted, and kids are very understanding. That's why I believe in being somewhat transparent with
Yeah.
my children. I protect them from the struggle. Okay. My kids will never feel my struggle.
Okay.
Okay. They will never, go through the things that we had to go through growing up.
Yeah.
And that's my goal as a parent, is to make sure they don't feel my struggle, but they also understand, and see how hard that I work to provide them with the life that I feel they deserve,
Yeah.
and show them that, as long as you do right, as long as they work hard in school, and do what you're told to do, I will work my ass off to give you everything you desire.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? To show you that hard work means you'll end up getting whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just one of my goals. I have other goals too.
Yeah, other goes.
You want to hear my other goals before you say what are you gonna
Come
say?
on. Let me hear 'em.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna get a little Beyonce side jig on it real quick, okay? So one of my other goals is,
Did you try to change your voice?
one of my other goals is when my baby mama tell people who her baby daddy is, I want them to wonder how the hell she fumbled me. Cam, we're Cam. Listen to me. I want them to wonder. You know what I'm saying? I want
so you want them to be like, wow, you
like
used to fuck with him? Like, how'd you
what?
miss that?
You talking about him? This dude right here. You know what I'm saying?
That is crazy.
This fly, nice dress, well spoken, hard working,
How you miss
great
that? How you
father.
miss
How
that?
you fumble that? Like, what is wrong with you?
That's hella funny.
I'm just playing, y'all.
No, you're not. How's dating life? How's dating life for you? Nah, let's go there. Well, that's a good segue,
It
as
is.
you say,
Right.
since you want to talk about
No,
it. So,
fine.
as an entrepreneur, full-time dad,
Yeah.
full-time 9 to 5,
Whew.
and then social media influencer,
Yes.
as you say.
Yes.
How's dating life?
Um.
Is it their fault or yours?
mm. So it's nobody's fault.
It's
What you talking
nobody's
about?
fault.
How you know my dating life ain't great? Here, why would you just assume that?
I'm asking.
All right, you
I
don't
don't
want to
know
talk about it.
nothing.
All right, I'm ready to talk about it. You got tissue here in case I need to cry or something like
You
that.
know, listen.
You just ask me how dating life going. Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm just curious
All right,
how is dating
all
life
right.
as an influencer
Okay,
because I don't got that
okay.
title, so I just curious.
Put it this way: every night I warm my blanket up in the dryer for 15 minutes just so I can remember how it feels to lay next to something warm. Okay.
Oh, Oh my god.
No, but no, dating life. It's hard to compete sometimes with you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So dating life, sometimes it's hard.
I can't. I can't. I can't.
So
Yes,
dating
I do
life.
need tears. I do need tissue. I do need tissue.
So
Okay.
so dating life, dating. Dating is dating.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Ask me again.
Straight face.
Ask me again.
So how's dating life as an influencer?
You are so unprofessional. Yeah, Lee. Okay. Dating life. It is interesting.
Are you okay? So let
Eventful.
me ask you this.
Yeah.
Are you judged by
Yeah.
social media?
1000%.
Okay. What is that misconception like?
I don't know. People for some reason I do know. So people look at your social media and immediately when they ask me, do I have like Instagram? I've become a little hesitant on like wanting to give it to them because
For
I
sure.
know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to see this. They're going to look at all these comments and they're going to automatically assume that you are very accessible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're going to think that what. A lot of women, they don't like competition. They don't like, I want somebody who don't have access to the millions of
For sure.
women. I'm sure, like, if you were like dating, they'll say, you know what? I don't know because he works with a lot of hairdressers and
Yeah.
lash techs and things like that. I'm sure, and they look at me and they say, you know what? He be with him, so he got to be around the same people. So really, my dating life sucks because of you. Okay, so I'm joking. No, it doesn't suck. No, it's fun. And if they take the proper time to fully get to know you and get to know my story, then they have a better understanding about who I am and why I do what I do. Um, not everybody deserves access to you, and I don't. Some people say, okay, well, if you change what you post, then you will attract more women. How many women do I need to attract?
Right.
I just need one.
Just one good one.
I just need one good one that understands what I'm going through, understands why I do what I do, and want to add peace to my life.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for anyone's finance. This sounds like I'm on a dating show now.
A little bit.
So I don't need your finances. I'm not somebody who need to borrow your cars. I have cars. Okay. I'm not somebody who's looking to move in. I have a spot. Okay. Like I don't. I bring a lot to the table.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, like I only need one. I'm not trying to attract a bunch of women. You know what I'm saying? I need one special one that I can ride off into the sunset with.
Right off in the sunset.
I'm gonna meet my wife and sell my social media page to somebody and let them take over it and then go.
People build up social media pages and sell them. For sure.
How much you selling for? You want to buy my page?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
How much?
I don't. But people be selling pages $10,000-$20,000 and up.
And then build another one and then sell it.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Build a page and sell it. Yeah, especially if you can build like a faceless page and get some organic traffic and stuff like that. You can build it up and then sell it.
You want to build a faceless page?
We can build a faceless page.
Let's do that.
Okay, how about I actually like that.
Yeah.
Let's do an experiment.
Yep.
And we're not gonna even tell the people what the page is.
Or that is us.
Or that is us. Mm-hmm. We're going to come up with a faceless theme. Mm-hmm. We can build the page and really do it.
Yeah.
We can do that.
We definitely doing it.
And then once we get to a certain amount, then we can be like, all right, y'all, this is the page we built. And show people. Let's do that.
I like that a lot.
I like that too. Let's do that. We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So y'all, we're going to implement the strategies that I know and that he applied and things that he know. And we're going to build a faceless page. Mm-hmm. I can show you, look, there's a page. Let me show you. that I really like. And let me tell you what all this page do. It is like VS Gent.
Mhm.
They have 677,000 followers.
Mhm.
And all they do is repost interview clips.
Mhm.
That's all they post. Different people on radio shows, TV shows, and podcasts. They literally just brand the page and just repost clips.
Mhm.
Motivational, entrepreneurship, all of that kind of stuff. And now people pay get their clips
Mhm.
on the page because they've grown this following. And like, let's see a post here. This is recently. This is Erica Badu
Yeah.
on the Breakfast Club. And this was like last week. This got 73,000 likes, 916 comments, 22,000 shares.
Mhm.
So if I'm someone who's on it, like let's say I take a clip from this podcast and be like, I'll go to them and be like, "And I want advertising for this podcast." I would pay them to post my clip of this podcast on there to help grow my brand.
Mhm.
So in building faces pages like this, it's a theme. And if I have a product that fits that theme, people will pay to be on that page because it gets that type of traction, right? People ain't getting 73,000 likes. Let me see how many views that is. That's 1.1 million views. People not getting that on it just on a regular. So people would pay $2,000 for a post.
Mhm.
So that's a business that we can build. Be like, all right, how much you charge for a post?
I think we're giving up too much game right now. We supposed to be.
That's
So
what the point of this podcast.
is it?
The good thing is most people don't do. People listen and don't do.
Yeah.
Or people have watched this episode
We're trademarking this.
and people have clicked off already.
Hmm.
Who knows? But that's something that I think that we can do. Let's do it. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
Let's get that shit. We're gonna build a faceless
Oh, we want to
page.
explode it.
Oh my bad.
Ah.
You got me.
No.
All right, man. This has been a
No,
great
we're
conversation.
not done.
What?
I got some more stuff to talk about.
You don't. We done.
So, I was want to tell people. I looking at the time right here. I got 12 minutes. What? Oh wait,
First off,
45 minutes.
I mean,
Cam, how much time I got? Did you do the finger, Cam?
did he? He didn't.
Cam, did you finger me? Okay. Real quick, I wanted to talk about saving money. Okay.
Okay.
I do add some value other
You
than
do
funny
add.
stuff.
Okay.
I just-
So, okay. Let me give a backstory. You're really good with finances.
Yes.
And you do like in like passing in time, you have helped people with credit,
Yeah.
savings, and all that kind of stuff. It's not something that you like advertise, but something that you do to help. So give me some tips on saving because I'm horrible with saving.
You know what? I'm glad you sit. You know what I'm saying? Let me get in that mode real quick, okay?
Getting that money saving, financial literacy mode.
Yes.
Boss.
So as he stated, yes, I worked hard on just trying to understand how people create generational wealth and where it starts at. And it
Yeah.
starts with, saving money, and the way that people struggle trying to save money. They say, oh, I'm just gonna save this and then all of a sudden, look, you gotta be able to try to save money without sacrificing your comfort.
Okay.
Okay. One way that I did, think about how much food you buy on a daily basis. How much do you think you spend eating out every single day? Personally, a realistic number, $30
Yeah.
a day eating out. Think about it. Like a lot of people don't meal prep and things like that too.
I went to Jamba Juice.
Yeah.
And I bought a acai bowl
Uh-huh.
and a slushy.
Yep.
I mean not slushy, a smooth
$20.
like 25.
$25. That's one meal.
Yeah.
That's one meal. So let's just say $30. Now you probably just don't do this math, right? Okay, let's go there. So let's say you develop a plan where you can cut that number in half. All right, just cut that number in half.
15.
$15 a day. Now, $15 a day And let's say you take that other 15 and you just put it in your savings.
Okay.
Over a course of a year, you save $5,420
Mhm.
over 1 year of doing that.
Yeah, and most people don't have that in the savings at all.
Most people are let's not and
Most
all you
people
did
don't have
you
$1,000
done
in
saved
spare.
damn near $5,500 a year, and all you did was stop being a fat ass, okay?
Ooh.
Alright? That's it.
Oh, heck.
Now you working on it. Your nigga's trying. The shirt. That's what this shirt say.
Bars.
But or you know what? Let's not make it about food. Let's talk about majority of people in the Bay Area make at least $30 an hour. Right?
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, McDonald's went up to 21.
$30. Let's call it once again. We're doing $30 an hour. So half an hour is $15. So put up a half hour of your time. If you make $40 an hour, great. Put up $20. A half hour
Yeah,
of your time a day, put it into a savings and don't touch it.
that's a day.
A day. Don't touch it. Like I said, $15
Okay.
is $5,500. If you could do double that, then you're at about almost 11 grand. You know what I'm saying? A year by not all you did was put up a half hour of your time a day.
Mhm.
You're worth that. You know, and
You
now
are
in a
worth
year
that.
you're sitting on let's go back to the 15. You're sitting on $5,500. Imagine what you could do with $5,500 right now.
Yeah,
Like
I could build a podcast.
build a podcast. You can if you want to get in the rental car business, you can buy a car.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can buy a car for $5,500. You know what I'm saying? And that car creates passive income. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even really talk about that, but you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a part 2 of this podcast.
We could definitely have a part 2.
Because like we talked about content creation. We didn't talk about my business, my entrepreneur stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is
Yeah.
great because, like I said, it ties in. So content creation creates new opportunities for you. You know, on the part 2 of our podcast, we will discuss what I currently do, how I implement it. But yes, that is my saving money tip for the
Yeah,
day.
I think I like that. I was watching a podcast once, and they was talking about raising your zero.
Yep.
And the concept of raising your zero is that a lot of people are broke when they like money. They have $0. They
Yeah.
count negative. They're like, shit, I'm broke. But raising your zero is getting to the point where it's like my zero, my brokenness is if my bank account goes below 10,000.
Yep.
If I have $10,100, I only have $100 to my name because I'm not going to go below 10. And if I got $10,100 and somebody asked me for $200, I only got 100.
Yep.
I'm not going below 10,000, and that's my zero. And then that has to raise. So even starting off like okay, $500 is going to be my zero. Then I get to a point to where 1,000 is my zero, and then you build it up to where have this balance of like I cannot have less than this amount of money,
Yes.
right? A money thermostat
Yep.
is like what it's called, and that's where a lot of people slack off at, right? Let's say my goal is to make 100,000 a year. Because my goal is to have $100,000 a year, I look at myself as $100,000 person, and so if let's say November comes and I made 70,000, I'm in putting myself in overdrive to make the 30 so I can reach 100. But if November comes and I made 90, I don't have to work as hard because I only got to make 10. And so we have this money thermostat to where like a thermostat, if it's cold, the heater kick on. If it's hot, the AC kick on.
Yep.
But if we have that drive to continue to push, even if I'm at 90 in November, I still push hard and like, okay, well, I'm going to 120. Right. And so we have to start learning to let go of that money thermostat and continue to go hard,
Yep.
but to raise our zero.
And finding ways to save money, finding fun ways to save money, or the impact that it has on your mindset is that you do it for 1 year. Yes, you'll have money put up, but it also creates lifestyle changes. And
For
now
sure.
you've already practiced this for an entire year. So the benefit of that is once you see that money, you're not going to stop.
Yeah.
You're going to keep it. You want that to grow. You know what I'm saying? You want to see what other ways can I do to add to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once you get to that mindset, I'm telling you, your life, your financial life
Will
so
change.
much better.
For sure.
For sure. And that's it.
I appreciate that. That was some good advice. I needed that because I need to do better at saving.
Yep.
But a lot of times I don't save because of you. It's your fault. You always want to go out, have fun, party. Come on, bud. Come on. And so then I'm like, oh, I spend money again. There go half half an hour of saving because Rolando want to go to the kettle bar and buy drinks and food. So you're the solution and the problem.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. This was a good conversation. This was fun. This was the funnest podcast I've ever did. Can I say that?
Get this shit off me, bro.
This
Like,
was
get
the fun.
get
Off
hell.
me. This shit off.
No, this was fun. This was fun. And like I said, this won't be my only time on here. You know, I'm thinking that, you know, I come like once a week. You know what's crazy?
Once a week.
Oh, yeah, right.
What?
So just type that in there. You know what's funny? Like that nugget that I gave you was probably the most important nugget that we talked about this entire time, and they won't even get it unless they watch the entire.
When we advertise and clip it out,
you're supposed to clip what I just said and say like, "Hey, use that for them to watch the entire thing."
That's good.
Cam, you got it right. All right, Cam.
Cam don't do the clip.
Cam
charges more to do the clip,
Cam.
so I can't afford it. Maybe that half an hour of your time you can give me, then I can give Cam, and then he can clip it. No, that don't work. You don't invest in podcast.
So y'all catch me on all platforms. Beyonce's side Jigga with a J. Okay. Not side piece. It's not side nigga. Okay. So white people can say my Instagram handle. Damn. So
Cam's
side.
not white.
Cam's not. I let him have that. I let him have that argument in the bar.
Don't disrespect my guy.
I'll let him have that argument in the bar. Okay?
Let him have that argument in the bar.
Sam, go ahead and say nigga a lot.
Now you'll tell you what's so funny. I watch different podcasts and they have like the people behind the scenes that they mention so much that we now know who it is. I think I've mentioned Cam so much that they may not even know who his face is.
Yeah.
But they know.
They know who Cam is. Yeah.
Cam is a figure around these pieces, around these parts.
You know what we're talking about? Hey, in part 2, we're gonna talk about how I can never go out. Somebody comes to me asking me, "Oh my God, where Terry at? Oh my God!"
But that just happened to me last week. I'm literally out, and the girl I was at OS Day, and 2 different girls was like, "Where's Rolando?" And I went like, oh, "Shit, I thought he was right there." Like, what the hell you asking where this man is at? I was in the back. Yeah, I didn't go in the right pocket. But oh my gosh, what so funny? He makes me laugh. I'm like, I don't. Okay, tell him that.
What's their name?
I don't even have that conversation right now. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Entrepreneur Experience Podcast. Is there anything else you'd like to say to me before we leave?
Thank you for having me. You are truly my brother. And I appreciate all the value you add to my life. I think what you're doing is dope. But that's about it. I'm ready to go warm my blanket up in the dryer for 15 minutes so I can remember what it feels like to lay next to something warm.
Oh my gosh.
Does it sound rehearsed? Like I said a lot?
Yeah, I do. I mean, if they follow you, they see that you say it. Okay. All right, y'all. Please subscribe to the video. Make sure you follow me on social media. I am Terry Griffin. Make sure you follow him. And this podcast always found the L3 perspective. Shout out to Cam and Glenn, but Cam is the one here, so he's part of my show. Okay, I'm taking him away from you. He's part of the experience. We'll see you next time. We're out of here. Peace.